the definitive version, right? It's the definitive. There's a little song called Louis. A little caffeine song, everybody goes drinking their cappuccino. With their funny looks, their dyed hair, their wedge-toed shoes, and their pop socks, and their funny looks, and their funny clothes. Let's look it down. Now Louis is a little caffeine song. A lot of groups meet there. A lot of tramps meet there. Charlie Brown and Jenky meet there, so a lot of gears meet there. Charlie and Jenky and Brown and Brownie and Jenky. Make it easy, you and your feet. Take some money down to Louis, where you can sit down and watch the people walk by. Just up Forsyth Street, you get off the X13, walk through Market Square, take a left, over the zebra crossing, past the bingo on the right, sit down over a cappuccino and watch the people walk by. Oh, like me and Aaron, and Faz and Marty, Simon, Sarah, and Jimmy Kelly, Ray and John, and Keith and Floyd, and all the punks from up the bunker, anyone from Sunderland who I forgot to say. If your daddy is moaning at you and your gyro is Natural Tuesday, as I said before, grab a long kitchen knife, you know, like them things that you raid money boxes with. Raid this money box. Snatch a purse, rob a shop, mug a nun, as long as she's got big tits. Flog your ass, as long as you get join the percentage of the town, the greater percentage of the town, to do some regular, concise thinking. Let's knock it down a bit. I want to tell you a little story. This is a short story I wrote. I'm going to try and get it published now. I'm going to try and get a little book out of short stories. It's called Greyhounds. It's slang for greyhounds, right? In Washington, there's a little place called Concord. And a big lane in Concord is a place called Blue House Lane. There's lots of garages and things. And a big bus station. It's where the 194 stays. Now, when I was about 13 or 14, I was walking along that street, feeling pretty happy with myself because I just got me pocket money. It was a Saturday morning. You know what I mean? So anyway, I was jingling the fucking 10 bob bits in my pocket, you know what I mean? Let's knock it down a bit further. That's better. I can hear myself talk now. I like to hear myself talk. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She's a queen. And there's this big lad came along. And he stopped us in the street, he goes. Now, normally, when someone wants to beat you up, they normally say, hey, were you staring at me? Or, did you hit my friend the other night? Or, I've seen you before in the town somewhere. But this character had a really original way of beating us up. First line, you know, he said, have you been throwing stones at my greyhounds? I mean, how original can you get, you know? I was flabbergasted. And he was massive. And I said, no, and he says, you have. So that was the end of that. So he said, come round the back of these garages and I'm going to fist you real good and hard. Oh, I said, please, mister, don't fist us. Please don't fist us. I'm only 14, you know. I'm only young and didn't hear us, please, you know. He goes, you're coming around the back of these garages with me and I'm going to fist you. So I went around the back of these garages anyway. And he goes, close your eyes. Close your eyes. So I closed my eyes. I was half squinting out the right one. He goes, close your eyes! Close your eyes! So I closed my eyes. I locked them tight. And I was thinking about Bruce Lee at the time. Because if you ever noticed Bruce Lee's abdomen, it's really strong and sturdy. Because he said he was going to thump me in the belly. So I started tensing my stomach muscles, you know, getting them really tense, you know. So I'm shooting really quiet. So I tensed them for about 2 minutes. I was waiting for the clout in the belly. And nothing was happening. He must have been watching us go. I was just like that microphone there, just a couple of feet shorter. Anyway, I tensed my stomach so much and the pressure was really terrible. Eventually, you know what he did? He thumped us straight in the gob. And I was tensing this. I went down like a bag of shit. And that story is called Greyhounds. Do you want another one? Do you want another story? No one's doing these sort of things these days, so shall we have another little story? Right. This one's called Basher the Slasher. Right? Let's knock it down. Me and my cousin Jamie in 1981 we really got into cravats. I was really into cravats. You know, really sexy French, the French look, you know. We're only about 17 or so. Got these 2 cravats from Oxfam. We put them on. Came round mine, had our teas at my house. Put these cravats on, had a few cans. Went over to the local pub called the Glebe. So went over, I had a dinner suit on. And he had a mod suit on, something like that. We stood in the corner, we had the cravats on, hair slicked back, and we stood in the corner. All the rest were local fucking Wurzels, you know. We thought we were really cool, you know. Cool as a bag of shite. Anyway, there's this big bloke came over, had fucking muscles like fucking tents. He come over and he sat next to us and he says, "Get them scarves off now." Stand there really shaking. Took the scarves off. He goes, "Who do you support? Who do you support?" And I happened to see on his arm there was a tattoo of SAFC, Sunderland Association Football Club. And we were Newcastle. Well, that's what I meant, you know. But he was a Sunderland supporter. We were Newcastle supporters, so I said, Jimmy was just about to say Sunderland, and he saw the tattoo for Sunderland on his arm. So we said Sunderland. And he, after a while, we convinced him that we support the same team he did, which was great. It just prolonged the stuffing, you know, the beating up, you know, it prolonged that, you know. Held it off. So he thought of another thing. He goes, how about you two skinny gets coming outside with me now, and I'm going to use you to hit him with. Oh, no, I'm just going to log her in. He goes, right then, this was the next attempt. I'm going to put this pint on this table where you two are standing. I'm going to go to the toilet. I'm going to come back. If there's a millimeter gone, I'm going to chin you. Sure enough, he went to the toilet. And it's like when you're going to get beat up at school and the bell's about to go, you know? He was in the toilet, it was last orders. The bell went for last orders. It really ringed the fucking fear into the whole situation, you know? So, like Jim was going, oh, let's make a run for it. And I was saying, no, don't. He's waiting outside the door. He hasn't went to the toilet, but he had. So eventually, we made a break. We ran on the stairs, ran through the door. He wasn't there. Kept running for about 3 miles and exhausted. That's the end of the second story. Make it easy, you in your life. Take some money away from the thugs. Sit down and watch the people walk by. Take a step out of the red race. Bypass your shit-flavored milkshake. I don't care. You can't sit down and watch the people walk by. Do you want another story? We've got all night, you know, might as well have a good time. Let's all yodel around the campfire. On the bass, Anthony Dunn. Real casual like. On the guitar, Gary Dunn. On the windowsill, Keith Dunn. On the management contract, Keith Armstrong, where he is. On the drums, Paul Smith. Sporting a Nike t-shirt. I think this is going to be a 12-inch single sometime. I'm just glad you were all here to witness the shit. Let's knock it down and keep it nice and straight. I'm going to give you another little story because I love telling stories. It started at an early age with me little sister when she didn't have a money box, when she couldn't afford a money box. I used to tell her ghost stories on the stairs and get her all frightened before she went to bed. Little did she know I was more frightened than her. This story's it's just about a day in the town in Sunderland. Got up in the morning, got the 185 from the galleries in Washington to Sunderland town centre because I was going to get me a haircut. Go to this place called Jack Ainsley's. It only costs you $1.25 for a good chop. He just gets the shaver out and he just goes 3 strokes and you've got a haircut. Great. Let's keep it nice and straight, Gary. None of this modern jazz shit. Oh, no. Anyway, I got off the bus in Park Lane in Sunderland. I was feeling a bit lonely. So I went down Keith Brown's. He's a friend of mine who's got a little tiny store. And he makes bags. He's really eccentric and he makes all these leather bags. He's really obsessed with leather. Makes all these weird leather bags. Anyway, I went down there, had a cup of coffee with him and his policeman father. Good bit... That's right, policeman. Good bit chat. Came out. Went up through John Street. Through Market Square again. Still feeling lonely because I had about 10 quid in my pocket and I wanted to get rid of it. Mind you, I didn't give it the nearest tram. I kept my pocket because I wanted a pair of foot. I wanted a good shirt or something. So I walked through the Market Square, took a left towards Louis. Louis has a really strong effect. Hey Gary, shut up, will you? Oh, shut up, will you? Shh. He's in the fucking room talking to somebody else. He's making all these noises. Anyway, I happened to bump into Jimmy Kelly. Shut up! You daft get. Keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. He's a bastard, isn't he? He'd not let us tell me story. How about Gary? That's enough, you fucking cunt. So I'm putting to Jimmy Kelly anyway. We're going talking about old times last year. And he had 20 quid in his pocket. And he really wanted to get his sister some Christmas presents because it was just before Christmas, sort of last day of shopping, you know. Boxing Day. Anyway, we decided to get on the train and go to Newcastle because he wanted to get his sister a bottle of vodka and he wanted to get these Levi jeans that were in this shop in Newcastle Plus 4 or something like that. Levi jeans. Don't fit me no matter what the size. Why not Wrangler? That's what I said. Anyway, we got the train, we got over to Newcastle. He got the jeans in. He was really happy with the jeans. They were really baggy, but he normally takes them. He gets his sister to take them in. And on the way back on the train, after he got the vodka for his sister, that is, we found this purse. Just this little purse, and it was on the floor. So we picked it up, and like all good citizens do, we both went to the toilet and saw how much was in it, you know. Anyway, there was about 10 quid, so we shared it out, as all good citizens do, you know. So when we got back to Sunderland, we called in the wine shop and got 4 bottles of Concord White. White. And it just happened that night, white night, I'm a port, you don't know it. Louis was still open because it was about 6 o'clock. We called in Louis, had a cup of coffee. We met Sarah, Ant's girlfriend, had a bit of yak on. Oh, there's a party on the night, like. Do you fancy coming? Jimmy Borgie's coming as well. Like a bulldog chewing a wasp, right? Remember that, a bulldog chewing a wasp. So went this party down Sean's, drank all the wine, had a hell of a time. I'm reporting you don't know it. Make it easy, you're in your feet. Make it to money, down at Louis, where you can sit down and watch the people walk by. Take a step out of the red race, buy a pasty or a mud-flavored milkshake. I don't care, you can sit down and watch the people walk by. This time, whoa, Charlie Brown and Yankee have a battle ready made. For heroes, homes, the gangsters, and so does the building trade. Like me and Ant and Foss and Marty, Simon, Sarah, Jimmy Kelly, Ray and John and Keith and Father, all the punks are up the bunker. And anyone from Sunderland who ever got to say, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, watch the people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good night.